Right then guys, I'm moving on to the Chevy Blazer, which can only really be described as an absolute time warp. You will not find a cleaner, nicer, better maintained and looked after and loved and cherished Chevy Blazer. It really is an absolute time warp. Now be sure, I haven't got the paperwork at hand, we bag them all up as soon as they come in the office, but be sure, which you will, and go into the office and have a look through the paperwork. There is lots and lots and lots. There's an overstamped service book. The maintenance then continues on with invoices and receipts and so on and so forth, the majority of which are from one specialist, which is lovely, so there's a nice bit of continuity there with that, and it is just an absolute eyeful. And yeah, part exchanged apparently for a Range Rover Sport, a new Range Rover Sport. Ooh, I know I'm a big Land Rover fan as well, but yeah, I will say no more on that one, eh? But anyway, there we go. 51,000 miles. Obviously 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, automatic power steering, electric windows, central locking, you name it, the whole caboodle. Yeah. Sunroof we've got here. Oh, sunroof's a little sticky. I'm not going to touch that. It's trying. It's obviously just a little sticky on there, so I'm not going to go any further with that. That'll be through lack of use, won't it, that? But yeah, leather, lovely. What's a lovely driving car. I've got two lovely pair of horns on there. You don't need many minutes around the car to realise or to get in your mind the type of owner this car's had. This has had a genuine enthusiast who's owned this car. Look. There, a spare wheel in case you need one, a spare mirror in case you need one, alternator belts in case you need one, spare mud flaps in case you need one, wheel centers in case you need them. You know, the list just goes on. I mean, air filters, service items, fan blade, for the want of a better word. You know, you name it. I mean, that sort of sets the seed, doesn't it, really? So you know, as soon as you see that and you see how the guys obviously, you know, approach the maintenance and the ownership of the car, as soon as you see that, you know that you're on to a winner, don't you? Inside the car is absolutely lovely. Couple of your data tags there. Now the owner in question, actually, the new owner is a big classic car enthusiast, and he actually bought it as a tow vehicle. And I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but then when he came up with it yesterday, he said, "How can I use that as a tow vehicle? How can I put 100,000 miles on that?" You know, he said, "I can't bring myself to do it." And I walked out, and I was in the office, and I thought, and I walked out and saw it and thought, he's dead right. You can't, can you? I mean, that's got to go to an enthusiast, this car. And I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, I get that. But what a lovely car. I can't help but be drawn to just lovely, genuine, proper cars. It doesn't really matter what it is. If it's genuine and it's lovely and it's so nice, it doesn't really matter what it is. You know, it can be a Vectra, it can be a Blazer, it can be a Metro, it can even be a, I don't know, Maserati or something. If it's just one of those cars that pulls you in, and this is one of those cars, so please come along and have a look. Be sure and go through the paperwork in the office. It really is an absolutely lovely car.